TTC. I'm Dolphignition. What the hell happened, Pats? Going into this game 10-3, thought you all were going to sweep the Dolphins. Thought it was going to be like Foxborough. Thought our playoff hopes were dead. Well, guess what? Apache, Pat Sox Celts pens with a peach and a cookie, and especially kiss the rings. I must say, none of y'all made a hate week, and quite frankly, that was smart. But not as smart as that final pass to pass to pass play at the end of the game. As you all know, I decided to stream myself while watching that entire game, not only for the sake of testing how well streaming can be on YouTube, but also because I believed that the Dolphins were going to win it. And sure enough, they tested my patience. They grabbed my worried emotions by the balls. And they delivered. From start to finish. It's funny too, because the entire game, there was barely humidity, Tom Brady's weakness. The middle of the field, was punctured after Gore retrieved the ball. Tannehill was injured in the middle of the game to where Osweiler had to play for a few until Tannehill come back. No hate on Osweiler, but this would have been a completely different story if he continued playing until the end, because he kept getting sacked, but thankfully, that was not the case. At this point, I'm sure I'm getting more views looking at the minute marker where I went crazy after that final play, sitting in this right where I'm sitting. If there's one thing I regret from that reaction, is the incorrect final score I said. See, the reason behind that is we don't have a big television, and from here, the score, as well as the numbers and the words, is hard to see from here. Proof of that was during the stream, I couldn't tell whether it was 1 minute and 17 seconds or 47 seconds. That's how bad it's hard to see from where I'm sitting right now. So allow me to readdress that faulty. Final score 33-34. Not 35-30. It was 33-34. Now that is what I call a USA football game. Both teams weren't exactly at their greatest. There were faults from both teams, both misplay and penalty-wise. But at the end of the game, Miami kept up with the New England. The crowd kept pumping up this game. I kept my psychic energy on this game. And what we got was a finish so amazing, it'll go down in the books. However, as much as I hate to be a party pooper, the party is over. Maybe in other places south of me, it's just getting started. If that is the case, to my fellow crazy Doll fans, make sure you chose the right champagne and Prosecco when celebrating. Because some are tasty, and the others, not so much. And I tell ya, mentality-wise, it's hard to move on after winning against the top seed in your division. In fact, I'll even say it's going to be my men's biggest challenge, now that they still have a chance to be in the wild card playoffs. And our next opponents, the Minnesota Vikings, are less pushovers compared to us. In fact, that game is going to be pretty fucking important. Do I believe we can make it? After this game, it went from being absolutely not to probably not, but I could be wrong. The scary part is no matter what, one loss and it's supposedly over for us. And while the Jaguars may seem like pushovers or punching bags after the way they made Marino's last game a tragedy, and then, of course, the second meet at the Bills. And quite frankly, they've played hella better than this Patriots team that stepped into Miami. Simply because, whereas we finished that game off with skillful finesse, compared to the Bills, if Clay caught that ball, our season would have been over. But there is one opinion that I will stand by, and that's this. This team, my Miami Dolphins, is not Super Bowl material. And even if they make it to the playoffs, we'd be lucky if we scored our first win there. However, I speak on behalf of every NFL fan here. If you don't make it to the playoffs, defeating your division's top seed, regardless of whether they tanked it or not, is what truly matters. This looked like it was going to be another year where the Patriots could have swept all three of the AFC East had it not been for this W. 2 years ago, a bud of mine went to Patriots at Dolphins game, and the Dolphins won 20-10. Last year was the notorious age of Cutler. I had a vision, however, that Cutler would get his first win against Brady, and I was right. 27-24. But everything in the past compared to this win right now, the Patriots, unlike the last couple of years when they marched into Miami, looked like they gave it their all. But we played like a team that had untapped potential that has finally released its true potential. Patriots looks like they gave it their all, but we played like the Dolphins that we all believed was inside of each and every one of these gentlemen. The best part about that was Gronkowski, Edelman, and even the superstar Sonic Sony Michel, along with Brady, played. All of them played, and we still won. Seriously, New England, what is it with your team that can't seem to fucking get it when they enter the Hard Rock Stadium? That's the third time in a row we've won. And even that year when you guys swept us, the year before that, we beat you in week 1. We may not be successful at Foxborough, but you guys just aren't successful here in Miami. Again, the final score is Dolphins 34, Patriots 33. Fins up, but we have to move on to Minnesota. This is the last game against an NFC team. After that, then it's the Jaguars, and then finally it's at the Bills. All I can say is this. Brock Osweiler. All I can say is this. Let me rephrase myself. Brock Osweiler. It's clear as day Tannehill is this franchise's quarterback. But he can get seriously injured. So Brock Lobster, you gotta step up the plate, man. We need a backup. Also, my men of the Miami Dolphins, avoid penalty traps. And finally, Tannehill. Well done on another successful win against Brady. But don't think for 1 second that I haven't forgotten that you, or whoever made that play call, nearly costed us the game. Forget Fitzpatrick grabbing Edelman's arm for a 10-yard penalty. That time when you got sacked at 3rd and 1 in the third, I don't know if it was the third or the fourth quarter, whatever. Come on, man. I've seen you rush. You could have easily rushed up that one measly yard. But you decided to do a pass. And before you did, though I blame the O-line for that lackluster defending, that play call nearly costed us the game. So Tannehill, coaching staff, Christensen and Burke, and Gase, if you're watching this video, please don't do that shit again. Not against Minnesota, nor Buffalo. You could try doing it in Jacksonville because they're pushovers, but not against the other two. Please. To all the people who watched my live stream of myself, 2K Gaming, Vadim Whitewolf, Christian El Feliciano, Uzair Ahmed, Alvaro Alvarez, and Zachary Butler, and why not? We can use a Patriots fan punching bag, so shout out to you too, Robbie Hussey, you lovable loser. Now there's one more person that watched my stream, but I'm not going to give him a shout out. I'm not even going to mention his name, but I know how to pronounce it. His initials are AH. You see, you know who you are. I was going to give you a shout out, but you kind of said something on the comments that was really messed up that I refused to allow it to be seen. So be grateful that I didn't even show it. But if you think you're going to get a shout out from me, you can go fuck yourself. And you know who you are. And I know your next move. You're going to make a comment on this video so that way your name is known. If you do that, then you're just proving to be my puppet that I can't take you seriously. However, if the comment is a crow, a GG, or an apology, then I'll at least address your name on the description. Also, shout out to my friends on Discord chats, Miami, Sweden 13, MKLL, the Parian, K the Dolphin, Joe_no, who I think made a comment on my live stream, and of course, by request, the Parian's phone, because knowing the Dolphin's crazy diamond, he showed me a pic of his phone, and it happened. So rest in peace to that phone, and rest in peace to the Patriots' chances of attempting to sweep this NFC East. Not this year, guys. It's rather funny. They're the most consistent team, and all the haters of the Patriots state they only win because they have an easy division. If that's the case, from my perspective, watching this team always come in and playing to win, how come there's always one loss the Patriots collect that's at least from us? If we're that easy of a division, then the Patriots should be exiting the season with a complete sweep from all three of us. And that's not the case this year. It's such a trash excuse. The New England Patriots, and this disgusts me even coming from a Miami Dolphin, are good because they're consistent. It's not just Brady. It's not just Belichick. It's the entire team. And we beat them in finesse. No other win this fucking season has ever seen. Sure, the high scoring between Kansas City and the Los Angeles Rams was hot. Sure, Derrick Henry's 99-yard pass was hot for the Titans' touchdown. And sure, that last kick from the Colts against us to score our 6th loss, that was hot. But if anyone dares to compare that epic win we delivered to defeat the Patriots feel free to comment below. Final shout-outs to Darko, who was a Eagles fan I've been arguing, but now we're cool now. And sorry your Cowboys sorry the Cowboys beat your team. Yes. I guess better luck another time. And also, final shout-outs to T Sizzle and Bobberino, along with Pat Sox Celts Pens. I had fun last night on Discord, learning about Judah Tribe's opinions on the Earth being flat, astronauts being unreal, and stars just being space bubbles. If anyone wants to read the chat's history of that hilarious topic, all you gotta do is go to the TTC Discord on the search bar on the top right. Type in Aquatinats, that's AQUATINATS. Let me say it again. AQUATINATS. Jump to my comment, which is Dolphignition, and read away. You're in for a treat with a small donation of some of your brain cells. As I said, we've beaten the New England Patriots. Not 35-30, but 34-33. Fuck, I wish I could have rewind time and said the correct score. And if we don't make the playoffs, that's fine, as long as we beat New England. And we did. Cheers to this win. And Minnesota, we're ready for you. This is Dolphignition. Fins up. And let me remind you, Pats fans, we are #bad guys forever. Let me say that again. We're bad guys forever. And you want to know why? Want to know why? Because Tom Brady said so. So tonight, the bad guys win. And we traded Damsgiven for this epic Gucci win. This is Dolphignition. Fins up.